So today I've got several tasks on the agenda, but the most important is tomorrow I'm moving pigs to the processor. So I've got to get them loaded in the livestock trailer today. Use the tractor to go get the trailer. It's much easier to maneuver the trailer around in the field with a tractor. Get the pigs loaded. I'll walk you through that process. But before I do, I'm going to go check on the water for the breeder pigs. Yesterday they were a little low on water. And I just wanted to make sure, I filled up the tank and all, but I wanted to make sure everything's working properly. Also, I saw a bunch of baby water snakes yesterday when I gave them the water, so let's go see what's going on. Well, that's interesting. I left the water on too long this morning. That's fine. This is where the first baby snake was, and then I saw the others in this little wallow right here, but the water was muddy at the time, so I barely saw them, but I'm sure they're around here somewhere. Anyway, let's check the water tank. All right, the water's flowing. The pigs have plenty of water. All right, time to go turn off the water and get the tractor. If you have ever tried to load pigs from a pasture without any infrastructure, you may know how difficult it can be. I usually take 4 to 12 pigs to the processor at a time, so I need to load the pigs, but I also need to sort through them to make sure that I take the correct pigs, because some pigs are growing faster than others and so forth. The first time I ever loaded pigs, I got really lucky. They loaded in without any problem, but the second time I didn't plan well because I knew how easy it was, and yet I struggled to catch one of the pigs. It took 6 people over 6 hours, and it was absolutely miserable. The easiest thing to do that I found is to bring the trailer to the pasture for a few days and feed the pigs in the trailer. They'll get used to jumping in and out of the trailer without any problem. I don't keep the trailer in the pasture because the pigs will chew up the wiring and all that. But as you can see, I put it back there. I let the pigs jump into the trailer to eat and then pull the trailer out of the way so that they can't get in there while I'm not there. Usually the first time, 1 or 2 pigs, maybe even 50% of them will jump in. But if you do it for a few days, the other pigs that are more hesitant will get used to it, and then they'll get more comfortable getting in. I trained these pigs last week because I took 6 pigs to the processor already. So this day I just pulled the pigs in there, loaded them up, and sorted them out. But usually, again, it's best to have them trained in there several times. And you can see that they jump on in and out without too much problem. If you watch these 2 pigs that are going around the back of the trailer, this is the aggravating thing about this setup, because the pigs jump the electric fence on the other side. I didn't even know this black pig got out. I did see the red pig, but the black pig apparently comes back in before I had even known. There he came around right there. She came around right there, but I did have to chase that red pig back around. This temporary fence was off. That's how I do that. Otherwise, the pigs will get shocked. And so I just chased the pig back in. So after I get the pig to jump across the fence just then, the funny thing is I'm going to get feed so that these pigs, the 5 that are left here, or actually 7 that are left outside the livestock trailer, will have something to eat. Those 2 pigs are jumping across the fence there again. And that's the thing that I didn't even recognize happened when I brought the feed back. The fence on the back side of the livestock trailer is just real low to the ground because I've got the back of the livestock trailer backed over it. The problem with putting a livestock trailer directly in the pig paddock, that's the easiest way of doing it, but the pigs will inevitably absolutely tear up the wiring, the lights, and everything on the electric fence. I didn't time it, but apparently I was gone close to 5 or 7 minutes while I went to go get the other feed. I just brought 2 buckets of feed, and had I brought 3 or 4 to begin with, it would have been much, much better. But that's just, you live and learn. Never would have seen that those 2 pigs got out again had I not actually witnessed it on the camera after the fact. So now that they've got some feed, I put out a second bucket. Now that they've got some feed, they're fine. And as I shoot pigs out of the back of the livestock trailer, they'll have feed to eat as well. Now let's turn our attention going into the livestock trailer to actually sort out each of those 4 pigs that we want. Little red one, that big red one there in the corner, has been through this before and knows that she's coming out. Come on. There you go. Hey. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Alright. One down on, 7 more to go. Good job, boy. Yeah. You got one more. I'm gonna get you out. Come on. Get out of the way. Good boy. Come on. Hey. Come on out. I'll tell you what, it is hot in here. I'm gonna go move the trailer to some shade and make sure these pigs have plenty of water. That belted one, that Hampshire cross right there, has lost its ear tag. So I gotta get an ear tag and put in it. I'm gonna take the trailer down there and then come back and move on. Perhaps the most significant thing. Now I got the pig sorters, make sure that's shut and this is shut in that side. I left the camera over here so I didn't get any footage, but I got over there with the pigs, put them in the shade, and ear tagged that one that didn't have an ear tag. So now I'm going to run over to give the cows a fresh strip of forage, make sure the pigs over here have water. Sometimes it's just a lot easier to go on and walk across a small area than it is to drive. They've still got probably close to 100 gallons of usable water, maybe 80 gallons of usable water in the water tank in addition to what's in the stock tank. So now I'm on to move cows and let's see how that goes. I disconnected the strip temporary fence here for the pigs when I moved them in here and forgot to connect it back when I used the livestock trailer over the fence. I'm glad I remembered that. Just what I want to be doing is chasing pigs everywhere. So this is the fence that I set up yesterday. I keep 2 fences up. It's just a lot easier. One of those little steers was out and scattered, and so I set this up. And then while I was coming over here to get feed for the breeder pigs and go back over there, I decided to check out how this cover crop that I planted in this first winter pig paddock, it looked absolutely horrible. a few weeks back, how it's performing. And you can see the ryegrass in the distance that's growing up. There's a little bit of it like right there, and some of it's gone to seed. In early March, I planted a spring pea oat blend. You can see it right here, and you can track the furrows that it was planted in, the rows that it was planted in the cedar. But 2 weeks ago, I came back with my warm season cover crop mix to try to just see how it would grow in this mix. So in this cross hatch that's growing this way, I planted the warm season cover crop mix. You can see the cowpeas here, that's forage soybeans. That little one right there is buckwheat, that's sunflower it looks like, and then sorghum sudan grass. I'm not real sure how well any of this stuff is going to grow. You know, those peas and oats got a pretty good start on the warm season stuff, but they were still planted too late. This is as far as I planted the peas and the oats. This was just too muddy at the time, too wet, and you can tell that the warm season stuff is starting to grow here in it. So I got really the whole field planted with our warm season mixes. But anyway, I'm pleased. So I got the pigs loaded in here, and it turned out to be non-eventful. It was a relatively easy load. The thing that is so important about loading pigs, though, is it helps when you have them trained to come to a bucket. Now, we do put our pigs in paddocks with drop feeders so they have access to full feed. It's a Osborne outdoor feeder, and we do use that at times. But especially when we're rotating them daily or every couple days on pasture, when we're trying to get them to forage for much more of their nutrition, I'm rationing their feed so that they will forage much better. One of the side benefits of that, though, is that the pigs have this tendency to come to a bucket, so they're less hesitant to jump into the back of a trailer. Now, I picked up the trailer today and loaded the pigs, but last week I fed the pigs in the trailer the first day. The second day I fed the pigs in there and loaded 6 of them and sorted them off as well. So it was a real easy move. I've got a sick kid at home, and in fact I've been sick for the last week and a half myself, so I'm going to head on. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and have a great day.